guys? It's Greg East Coast Eyes, and welcome to the Inside the Product video for the all-new Weapon X2. This has been a highly anticipated launch for us. We launched the first Weapon X, which was our first ever face-off head, in March of 2019. Since then, a lot has happened. The company has grown a lot, and we are finally ready to launch its second iteration, the Weapon X2. The first Weapon X had a ton of success. We were really happy with it. I think it achieved the goals we set out for it. It scored the first ever PLO goal. They did it. That's a win. Down there. Oh, let's go! Let's go! It was even used in the national championship for the Notre Dame Irish and Will Lynch.
Will Lynch taking this face-off for the Irish. He was so good down the stretch.
So it was a lot of fun, and for this one, I think we're really looking to step it up a notch. So in this video, I'm going to give you all the information you need to know about the Weapon X2 launch. It is available in stores and online everywhere today. I obviously do not face off. We might make some videos of me facing off coming up. It's not pretty. I could use some training from Winston behind the camera. But if you want a full face-off look, Greg Renlian has a full breakdown, and Blake from Green Knuckles Lacrosse also has a full breakdown. So if you want a focus perspective, those are two great places to go watch. They're going to take some reps and show you exactly how it works. I'll give you all the info you need in this video. Carrying on, the price is going to be $99 unstrung, and it's going to come in white, black, and natural. And this is the flex form plastic that we have from the Weapon X1 that does a really great job retaining its shape and also snapping it back to shape while ensuring maximum durability. So a quick note on these. We work with the engineers and also the Beast. I have them in order of stiffness. The changes are subtle, but the white is going to be the most stiff, and it's by a very small amount. So, but some of you guys who are really dialed in might notice. And then next, the black is just a little bit softer, and our natural is going to be the softest. So again, these are very small increments, very, very small changes, but something to think about as you go to choose your head, especially if you're at a more advanced level. The other options here you see them packaged. So we've got them on the Weapon X2 headstand, and then we've got elite pockets. So this is the all-weight elite pocket. It's going to come with our Hero X face-off mesh, which is softer to allow the ball to come in and out easily from the pocket. It's going to release easily, and when you go to grit a ground ball, it's going to fall really easily back into the pocket. So we've got the all-white, and then we've got the natural with a white pocket as well. So for the pocket, we did a lot of work here, myself and Kevin, getting something that was dialed in, number one, to play the field, to pass, shoot, get ground balls, which is obviously a really important part, but also to be able to grip the ball well and still release it, finding that perfect balance. So the elite pocket, this is our mid pocket, and we've also got the customizer, obviously on our website, where you can go pick all the colors from medallion, ball stop, shooters, mesh, all that fun stuff. So has an elite pocket option, which I think is something unique that ECD does really well. So let's break down the changes from the one. Here I've got a Weapon X1. So the first thing we did is slim the design down and made it softer. That was one of the biggest things people wanted to change from the original Weapon X, and we also really slimmed down the offset. So you're seeing here much less and much more gradual of an offset, which is going to make that feel when you're facing off much more natural while still keeping a good ability to scoop. And you'll see on the side rail, look at them compared to each other, it is much slimmed down to help with slipping under the opponent's head, just making it much more streamlined, and again, getting a little bit softer. So you notice with the Weapon X2, it is a good bit more flexible, which I think is something people really wanted. Another key that we worked on is keeping this bottom rail thin and flexible so that the bottom rail is able to slide under the opponent's head when facing off. But this area of the top rail, very, very stiff, so that when you get into a scrap, a 50-50, Winston, I feel like that's important. You need something to press down on.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I could manipulate it a bit more, but it also retained its form.
Yeah, with the flex form, it's going to maintain its shape. It's going to break in a little bit. Winston's got one broken in. He's going to toss to me. So this is one, so dominoes, that Winston's been breaking in. So it retains its shape well, but also gives you the ability to mold the head depending on how you break it in, how you face off, however you like it. So you can see Winston's got this rail flattened out a little bit, but the top dipped in a little bit, just depending on how he breaks in and his specific form. Winston. So looking at other features of the head, we've got the same asymmetrical side rail struts, which gives us a flex profile that we really like, flex points that we really like. So we kept that similar, kept it similar down by the throat to give you that stiffness. Got a nice little X at the top. The scoop is obviously really important, so we kept that with a really great shape, nice and rounded on the back, so it picks up ground balls easily and effortlessly, since now the new face-off rules, which I just put a post about, a lot more of them are scraps rather than clean wins. For string holes, we kept that pretty similar, standard ECD holes at the top, and then spaced them out a little bit at the bottom, because we see this is where a lot of face-off heads fatigue, tend to break, and we also felt like we needed just a little bit more stiffness down at the bottom of that cup, so it took a couple sidewall holes out where you kind of don't need them. We've also got the same short throat, but we cut off most of the throat plug. We felt like through our engineering and our testing, this part from here down was unnecessary, so we kept the same short throat, but kept the throat plug just up inside there. New medallion, this one's from the Mirage 2, which is one of my favorites, and a new kind of tough looking bull stop WX 2.0 right there. Overall, Winston, anything I forgot?
How soft it is compared to the first one.
Yeah.
Focus pairing.
I think you'll notice immediately it's much softer. Additionally, now we've got the focus shaft, which we do recommend to be paired with the Weapon X. It's got our control shape, so concave on all sides. Winston's got a little Fogo tape job here on the white Weapon X, and if you're looking for something to go on your Weapon X or any other face-off head in general, the Focus Scandium Titanium is a really great choice. So overall, we're really pumped. You can get more information from Greg Brenlian, the Face-Off Academy, putting some videos out with Luke Weirman, as well as Green Knuckles Lacrosse are great resources to get dialed in. There's a lot of new face-off heads out. You guys want to make sure you're educated, try them out, get with your friends, and see which one you like. That's important. Luke Weirman, we got together to partner with him to represent the Weapon X2 in the PLL. He is known from his career for being a great Fogo guy, but also the ability to score goals, which was a big emphasis on the Weapon X1, which was not just being a Fogo head. So obviously the Weapon X2 works for that really well. Great on ground balls, holds its shape well, so you can be able to run down the field, shoot, score. Weirman had a couple Gs in the PL this year, and we're hoping for even more next season.
If you hit, I was a face-off guy, so K1. I was gonna show you how this clamps in case anyone's curious. Let's take a very normal punch. You can see if you get over top of the ball, this front railing, at least for my form, kind of falls in, and it's super easy to bounce back and pull forward. It's nice for a reverse exit. If I wanted to go straight out the back door.
That was clean.
Thanks. And I would say, this isn't really well demonstrated because there's no opponent, but I really liked it for rakes. It's still got that strength that that first one had. Some people liked it raking with the Weapon X because it was so big. This one's got a similar vibe, but it's a little bit more sleek, but the rake is still effective. It's not as cool if no one's against me, but I liked it a lot for the rake, and I think it did the same as the first one despite being more sleek.
All right, so, let's Weirman a corner.
So I'm gonna go.
That was close though.
And we're gonna go out of the face-off every time?
Yeah, I think it's gotta be right out of the face-off. That's pretty good. Let's go one more. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
let me see this one. Is this gonna shoot with more whip than mine? Oh yeah, for sure. Cut it all, Winston. Oh.
I thought that hit.
That's pretty good.
Bang.
Let's try one more. I think I blew my quad out.
Oh.
Reverse. Oh my God.